So I am Jim Suty. I'm the president of Friends of the Oceana Dunes. I've also been on the technical review team for the last 18 years since the inception. We represent the approximately 2 million annual visitors who come to the Oceana Dunes. We fight to protect access for all and to ensure a no net loss in our available acreage. We provided a very detailed staff report, 22 pages to all of you. It was very critical of the staff report, as you might well expect. In there, we challenged the authority of the Coastal Commission and what it's trying to do. But for me to stand up here and to talk to you about your authority and what you can do, Peter Douglas summed it up very eloquently for us several years ago. I'm going to play a video. And Mr. Ainsworth, I believe that is you in the background, so you were definitely present.
Oceana Dunes was set aside by the legislature as an on-highway vehicle recreation area. This commission has no jurisdiction to change that. If the residents of Oceana and others want to terminate this use, your solution, your remedy is to go to Sacramento and get the law changed. This commission can't do that. When the commission dealt with the limited development in 1982 and approved the permit for kiosk and some other limited uses, it really indicated at that time that there ought to be an alternative entryway that needs to be studied and provided. The commission at that time imposed some other conditions. The problem was that the commission at that time and the commission now really doesn't have the ability to enforce a lot of those conditions, because if you really push to the point of seeking enforcement through a court, which is what it may take, you have no legal representation. The Attorney General cannot represent this commission because the Attorney General also represents the Department of Parks and Recreation.
So as you guys know, Peter Douglas is the author of the Coastal Act, and he was the executive director for nearly 30 years. Friends of Oceana Dunes also is very highly critical of the bias that's present in the staff report. And we wanted to point out the Coastal Commission's environmental justice, and it talks about protecting the rights of all, not discriminating on race, culture, or economic levels. It's for everybody. Culture is defined in many different ways. A culture, you can have a Southern culture. The culture can be summed up as a way shared by people. It's a way of life shared by people in a place. And that place is the Oceana Dunes. This off-road culture has been summed up in state parks documentation. You can do a Google search and you see about 5 pages dealing with the OHV culture. Our OHV culture is real. Strong traditions going back over 100 years of documented motorized recreation. In fact, local Jerry Miller has been credited with creating the very first dune buggy here in the Oceana Dunes. You hear a lot of the negative and bad stuff that's either made up or just not apparent, but there's a lot of families who go out there and celebrate in all kinds of different ways. I highlight the lady in the top right. She sent this to us. She celebrated with her family beating cancer, and she wanted to do it in her favorite place, the Oceana Dunes. A lot of togetherness. Family's been going on for many generations. All shapes, walks of life, color, ethnicity, backgrounds, everybody's welcome. These pictures are from 1970. What's important about this is it shows the camping on the top left. The camping is very reminiscent of what we see today. These other pictures are also from that time frame. It's important to realize this predates the Coastal Act. This predates any inkling of the term environmentally sensitive habitat area. This culture is represented by many people here, in the other rooms, and we want to protect it. This culture is their culture, but it's also mine. That little boy in the top right is me. And my family's been doing this for 50 years, and it's important to us. You need to protect our culture. In state parks, you've got to hold up your own and do your job. Thank you. We need you to not destroy our culture, but protect it. Thank you.
Thank you. Jake.